Hi guys, it's April and we are here to find out what the next coloring page will be. I have four options from four different coloring books. Ooh, my English is not Englishing today. Let me start that over. I have four options from four different coloring books. I did a poll over in I think they changed the name to Post. Used to be the community tab, but I did a post that had a poll attached to it where you could vote for which one of the four you would like to see me color. I also did a poll over on Threads, and then I did one on my channel over on Instagram. So you had the option of voting up to 3 times. I'm still figuring out Threads. I don't think you can change the time period in which a poll is going. It gives you just like 24 hours. So I put that up on Thursday because I'll be honest with you guys. My week was a little bit chaotic. And so I didn't get the options posted as early as I would have liked. And so I apologize for that. But like I said, we have these four different options. In the Fairy Wonderland, I had this painter hummingbird, which to me, these little origami flowers looked a lot like snowflakes. So I was going to do a mix of maybe fall colors on this side, transitioning into winter colors with the origami snowflake looking things, and then just the hummingbird doing the changing of the seasons. Thought that would have been a cute concept. And then I have Gory Underworld, which still filling some of the Halloween vibes as we transition into winter. So once again, I brought out there's something about this picture. Someday I will get this picture colored cuz you know, if it doesn't win this time, I will add it periodically cuz I would love to see this one. It is there's something about this statue scene with the possibility of like snow falling on it. It's probably not what it was originally supposed to be. It's probably more apocalyptic than that. It's probably supposed to be ash, but in my mind, that is snow falling. So that's how I would color this one. And then let me see if I can get the sun just keeps disappearing on me, so I apologize for the lighting. I've got Sweet Kawaii from Sakuums. And there is this adorable, if I can find it, I had it tabbed. There it is. Starting with the fall winter vibes. I am a hoodie girl. I am a hat girl. So I was feeling this image. So I added this one to the voting polls as well. And then last, we have another sort of Halloweeny gory, but somehow not, but yes, from Frozen Nightmare. And I know that by choosing this crystal skeleton that there was a possibility that I was going to be stuck doing crystals again. Crystals are an interesting element to my coloring journey. There was a time where I spent a whole year coloring a picture with crystals because there were so many freaking crystals. And so every once in a while I'm like, well, do I want to do crystals again? And they just keep popping up in my options for what I should color next. So I put this one in because we could make this have some of those wintry vibes in the crystals and do some of those fall vibes in both the flowers and the skeleton itself. So that was option number 4. So I totaled up all of the social media votes across Threads, YouTube, and Instagram. I've got a fun spreadsheet that I always do whenever I do these voting polls. And it was relatively close between Fairy Wonderland and Gory Underworld, which was I was excited to see because like I said, at some point I really want to color the statue scene in this one. But you guys were feeling a little bit more optimistic about life than I was apparently. I was going emo and you guys were like, it's the change of the season. Let's do something beautiful. So we will be doing this hummingbird picture here. I think I am going to be doing some kind of water-based marker for this. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do, well, we could do a combination of things because I have those alcohol-based Tombow markers. But part of me wants to use my new Pantone markers. I think this would be a fun one to do with my Pantones because it's got such an artistic vibe. So let me grab a couple of those. Use and find I want. What do I want? So I just grabbed a couple of fall colors and I grabbed a couple of winter colors. Once again, my lighting is changing so dramatically on me. And so I think I'm going to do the Pantone markers with these because I haven't got to use them on a piece yet, which means I'm probably not going to start today because I have to figure out the full color palette of what I want to do. I have to remind myself I don't want the chisel nib. So these are more of a pigment-based marker. So I'm going to have a little bit of a learning curve with them. They act a little bit like the Pit pens I just used. So it's more about layering than it is about blending if you want some of those transitions. But like I said, it could be fun to try and use these on this. You know what I mean? You don't really blend with these. And because they're not water-based, you can't necessarily reactivate them when you do another color with them. And so I'm not going to get, depending on how I use them, I'm not necessarily going to get some of those color transitions I'm used to getting. So doing that with a hummingbird would be an exercise on how I can get these markers to do what I want them to do. And then you got some translucency here that I'm gonna have to figure out. So right now, I am thinking about using the Pantone markers. You guys let me know if you think I should use the Pantone markers on this page. I do have the full set of colors. Like I said, it could be a fun adventure in figuring out these markers because I have been so excited about these markers. Not necessarily because of what kind of markers they are, but because they are Pantone and I have been formally trained as a graphic designer, and so the Pantone system was my bread and butter for a while. So to have these in markers is kind of exciting to me. So I want to try these out. With that being said, I don't think I have much more to babble at your faces about, unless you guys have anything else you would like me to cover while I am live here right now. Um, I might just put up a post later asking if I should use the Pantones for this page or if there's anything else in tandem to the Pantone markers that you guys would love to see me use. So keep an eye out on that post or just comment down below on this video if you're watching the recording on what you think I should do for this page. I might find a color palette or I might just wing it. This might be one of those pages that I just want to kind of run with the colors that I am feeling. So I am going to end it here. I'm planning tentatively right now to be streaming again next weekend, but depending on how life happens and what life throws at me, I might have to be a little bit flexible with my streaming time. So I will put up a notification that I am planning on going live next weekend, usually at my normal time. So you can hit that notify button and get an update on when I do go live. But if things change, I will definitely post everywhere that things had to be shifted. We're getting into that season where we start running into all kinds of holidays and life events and other things like that. And so my streaming schedule always gets a little chaotic around this time of year. But we'll see how this page goes. But as soon as we finish this page, I'm going to be getting Joanna's Christmas out, and we are going to be deciding which page in that I will be coloring because I have to do a page in that. For the past like 7 years, I've been doing one page in that around this time of year, and I want to keep that tradition up. So after this page, we will be jumping into Joanna's Christmas. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Thank you so much for stopping in and finding out what we'll be coloring next. I do hope I will see you again next time, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.